Hey everybody, welcome to week 4 of kettlebase. Now this week, just like last week, we're not going to have a specific follow-along workout. I'm going to let you make up your own workout, choose your own adventure. But this video is going to give you 5 simple steps that you can use to improve one very particular workout, or one very particular exercise, the Turkish Getup. Now the first step in the Turkish Getup is getting to our elbow. And there's 2 things we can do to improve this. Let me show you. We start in our snow angel position with our arm up. The first thing we're going to do is take our hip and turn it toward our down hand. Wherever your hips go, the rest of your spine follows. Now, the second thing we can do is to take this elbow and drive it down into the mat. Often you'll see people trying to do a sit-up and throw their elbow behind their body, and they get something that looks a little ugly. So, want to improve that? We're going to turn your hip over and drive the elbow down. All right, now the second step in getting a better Turkish Getup is coming up from your elbow to your hand. So let me show you what that's all about. First step, we got up to our elbow. Now we have to get up to our hand. So the first thing we're going to do is fan our hand back and then press the ground away. Cinch our hand up slowly behind us. And the last thing we're going to do is make sure this shoulder is in a solid position or packed. Press down and away from our ear. You don't want to have this sad shoulder. This is a weak position. You're going to lose a lot of force this way. So make sure that this shoulder is happy and press down and back. Now part 3 of the Turkish Getup is called the sweep. Once you come up to your hand, you then have to come up to your knees. And the way we do that is to sweep our front leg through. So we're going to lift our hips and then pull that leg back. Now you can see here that my legs are going 90 degrees to one another, or I'm in an L shape. My hand, my knee, and my foot are in one line, and my other foot is 90 degrees. Now the reason I do this is to give myself a solid base. Some people have a tendency to keep their legs in line, point their legs in the same direction. This is not a solid base. As soon as this hand comes off the ground, you fall over. So what we do to counteract that is make sure we have that L-shaped base. L shape. That way, you take the hand right off the ground and you still have a nice solid base with your knee. So after we've swept our leg through, the next piece of the Turkish Getup is to come up to standing. So let's go back down to the position where we just swept our leg back. We're in this nice L-shaped base, nice solid base. From here, we're going to shift our hips back. We're going to shift our weight back toward our heel. Hinge back. This way, we can get our arm off the ground and stand up tall. Now, when we go up to standing, first thing we have to do, or what we have to do before that, is get our legs going in the same direction. Right now, my legs are going at 90 degrees to one another. I want them going in the same direction. I can do that one of 2 ways. I can either take my front leg and bring it over, or I can take my rear leg and windshield wiper it. Completely personal preference. After that, it's just a matter of making your abdomen nice and tight and pressing both feet down through the ground. And that's your stand. Now that you've seen all the pieces on the way up, we're going to put them all together on the way back down. So we've just finished our Turkish Getup. We've got the bell overhead. We're going to take our free hand and tap the closest leg. That's the leg that goes back in your lunge. Gently lower yourself. Again, get your legs out to 90 degrees from one another. Right now they're in line. You want to get them out to 90 degrees. I'm going to do that by windshield wipering my rear leg. I'm going to hinge or adjust my weight so that it's over my heel. I'm going to use my femur as a guide and put my hand on the ground out in front of it. So you can see here, I've got that nice L-shaped base. Now I'm going to slide through and drop my hips on the line between my foot and my hand. If you imagine there being a line right here, I'm going to drop your hips right in the center of that line. Now we're going to take this palm, corkscrew the hand down. So internally rotate that shoulder and bring the elbow down to the ground. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky. You want to build some cross-body tension. So you want to take your hand and your opposite foot and push them together. You're pushing the ground away in two different directions and lowering yourself. People have a tendency to get to this point and kind of flop. I want to see you lower yourself gently or push yourself down to the ground. And that's the whole thing in reverse.